All right, welcome guys. I'm so excited to invite you to the PWP Sprint. Okay, this is really exciting for a few reasons. Number one, unlike our other programs, which are evergreen, we have our programs running all year long. This is the only time that you have the opportunity to join the PWP Sprint. All right, so this is going to be a short window where you get to decide if you're going to be joining us. Are you going to be in this round? Are you going to work with us or not? Number two, the PWP Sprint is exactly what it sounds like. It's only 2 months. So if you're like, man, I'm just nervous about committing to a long-term program, no worries. You got 8 weeks, you get in, get out. And this is, a period of the year where things are slower. This is not the spring, this is not the summer. It's a period of year when things are slower. So you probably have fewer events anyway, and you can really focus on the actual business side of your business. So our goal is to make sure that you get a whole lot of leads, get people hitting your website, filling out your contact form, inquiring about your event planning business. And this is why. This is the period where you need to book your business. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to let you know really frankly. Most people who struggle with booking full service event planning wait until the spring, wait till it's like a month or two before, event season to be like, oh, how do I get more bookings? That's incorrect. This is the time to start looking. And the reason is because most people who are booking your highest package, your full service package, right? They are booking at least 8 months in advance. There are a few outliers. There are a few outliers who are planning their events start to finish in 3 or 4 months. Yes. But most people are booking 8 months in advance, 9, 10, even 12 months in advance. Some people even earlier than that. But the sweet spot is that 8 to 9 months before the event. So if you're looking to plan fall events, right? If you're looking to plan summer events, this is the time to start booking them. This is the time that they're looking, and this is the time that they're inquiring. So if they can't find you, you're missing out on those bookings. And then next year, is where you're going to start feeling behind the 8 ball again. So this is where I want you to join. I want you to don't overthink it. I want you to just go ahead and join. And here's the other thing. Number one, you can join today basically for free by just applying for PayPal credit. Because of the length of the program, because it's shorter, because it's a sprint, and because it's a special offer, is at a price point that you should qualify for PayPal credit. You should be able to go ahead, apply for PayPal credit, which will either pay for one of your payments, one of your 2 payments, or it may pay for the entire enrollment, just depending on your credit and the way things are going and what you're approved for. And you have 6 months to pay them off, right? Now, if you know anything about our results and the way that we work in this program, most people who join our program get results within 5 to 8 weeks. And when I say results, I'm talking making an average of $15,000 in that period of time. This isn't results like, oh, one person hit my website. No, this is making actual money in that time frame. Okay, making that much in sales. So think about it. Like, you can make the investment, which is obviously significantly less than $15,000, and in 2 months from now, and on average, most people are making about that much in sales. So if you're ready to make this next wedding season your season, this is the commitment you need to make. You need to get more leads. You need to get more people in your pipeline. For some of you, may be like, well, I already get people. I get like 3 or 4 people inquiring about my service a month. That's not enough. Because I can almost guarantee you that those 3 or 4 people, for the most part, don't have the money to pay for your business, right? They're looking for something cheaper. So the type of people who make a lot of money in their business are getting tens of inquiries a month, not just a few. You're getting between, 15 and 30 inquiries a month. That is what you need to do in order to attract enough people who can actually afford your services, and where you don't feel like you have to book every single person who comes your way. No, you're filtering down to the right clients and then taking the right clients onto your business. It goes back to supply and demand, right? The higher the price something is, the more the demand for your services, the higher you can charge, right? That's economic. So you need to increase the demand for your service. And then that's when you get to whittle down to the people who are willing to pay your rate. It's that simple. But a lot of times you got to do the work. This isn't just about posting more on social media. It's about doing the right work. So this is what we're going to do over the next few weeks. All right. If you're ready. All right, week number 1, we're going to dive straight into your SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. It means that people are finding you on your website. A lot of people who we've worked with have come to us even after doing a big fancy brand reveal and a website redesign and all these things that still didn't work because people don't understand, number 1, SEO, A lot of the designer agencies that they hired didn't understand SEO. And even if they did understand SEO, they didn't understand our industry enough to set up your website to actually attract people who are going to pay you. So we've worked with a lot of people where they work with website agencies for over a year with no results, and then they work with us, and within a matter of weeks, they're getting bookings, right? So that's number one. We're going to work on your SEO. Number two, we're working on your social media marketing. That's a great supplement to your SEO, right? Is working on SEO the right, social media the right way. Number three, we're going to work on your contact forms, because just because you're getting inquiries doesn't mean that you are getting the right information to sell to them, right? So getting the right information so that when you reach out to them, you help them to see that you are the best fit for them. It's a very nuanced process, and it all starts with your contact form. So that's something else that we're going to be looking into, right? When you work with us, when you join us in the sprint. So for the first 4 weeks, we're going to be teaching, we're going to be getting all these things right. After that, for the next 2 weeks, are implementation sessions, right? So instead of just open general coaching calls, we're going to have implementation sessions where you come in, we're going to prioritize just getting in. What are you stuck on? What SEO things are you stuck on? What social media things are you stuck on? Where are you stuck? We're going to work through those things with you on those next 2 weeks. And in the final 2 weeks, we'll talk about what's next, right? Are you getting lots of leads? Like, do we want to refine your sales process? What is next? We're going to talk about that. Now, for some of you who may be more experienced with us, you may be like, well, what if 2 months isn't enough? What if I want to work with you for longer than 2 months? You will have the opportunity later on, and we can talk about that later on. But for right now, I want you to start with this small commitment, right? I want you to focus on this small commitment of 2 months, and I want you to work at it. I don't want you to just get in and do nothing. I want you to get in. I want you to work. I want you to get those results. And after you start to get those results, then we can talk about next phases and other ways that we can work with you, right? Again, we've worked with many people for up to a year or even over a year. So there are many other opportunities that you have. But for right now, I just want you to focus on the next big step, which right now, your next big step is to get as many bookings as you can over the next 60 days. You should be able to fill in at least 80% of your slots available for bookings next year over the next 2 months, right? Because most people are booking around this time. And so I want to make sure that you come in, that we focus just on sales. We're just focusing on your marketing right now, focusing on getting a lot of leads your way right now. And not just leads, but leads that are qualified. For many of you who are like, man, I keep getting people who are looking for cheap. They're looking for a discount. How do I get the people who are high end? We're going to talk about that, and we're going to actually not just talk about it. We're going to work on it. We're going to do the work, right? Over these next 8 weeks. So I want to make sure you come in, you join. If you're like, oh, well, I have a wedding one of these weeks, or I have a couple things going on one of these weeks. I don't know. What if I get busy? There's plenty of buffer, to be honest with you, built into those 8 weeks. All I need you to do is give me on average 1 to 3 hours a week over the next 8 weeks, and it'll change your life. That's it. Very small commitment, because we focus on giving you to the point advice and keeping you focused on exactly what's going to move the needle. Right? You're not leaving here with a master's in marketing. You're leaving here with exactly what you need to focus on to move the needle in your business. And because we're focusing on what is actually going to work for you and what matters, that gives you plenty of time to go back and implement. So if you can give me 1 to 3 hours a week, this is going to change your life. Don't think too long about it. Don't say, I'll wait for the next session. The next session is going to be at least a year out if we even choose to do this again. This is a gift. This is something we're excited to do. And I want you to take advantage of this opportunity. If you have any questions, more information on how to contact us, about how to work with us, is in the description below. Also, lots of testimonials are below. If you haven't noticed, most of our testimonials come within 5 to 8 weeks. Like I said earlier, like Adela, who went from, before she used to sell event planning packages either for free or for maybe $500 at the most. And within 6 weeks, she sold over $14,000 in sales, right? Including selling a couple full planning packages and a couple of other packages. Today, she's selling full planning for about $8,000, and she's doing it with ease, right? Like being able to make those changes in her business quickly. We also have Faith, who lives in the Midwest and in an area where the average cost of a wedding is only like $20,000, right? But she's like, listen, I've been in this industry for like 10 years. I'm ready to really push towards those 5-figure packages. And right now, I'm ready to charge, $8,000 to $9,000 for full service. And she did it. And by doing it, she made over $20,000 in sales within 6 weeks, or I believe it was 8 weeks of working with us. Again, the same time frame that you have to work with us right now, she was able to do that. Okay, so I want to make sure that you go ahead and just understand that this is not made up stuff. The testimonials are below. You can go on our Instagram page, browse through the testimonials. We have a testimonial hashtag, PWP wins. Go ahead, search through them. These are real testimonials where you get to see how people are growing, right? We also have Jade. Jade came to us after doing a really big fancy rebrand. So did Faith. Faith had done a big fancy rebrand as well, a big fancy rebrand. And she came to us and was like, I did this rebrand. It's been done for 4 or 5 months and I've gotten 0 inquiries. Like nothing has changed about my business. Like they told me that once I do this, it's going to change everything, and it didn't. So I need to know what is actually going to move the needle. We went in, we worked on her SEO, we worked on certain other things, and next thing you know, 6 weeks later, she sent us a message and said she made over 25K in sales. And that's because not only was she attracting people, finally, she was attracting people who wanted full service event planning and wanted to work with her. And so now she's made 25K in sales within a matter of weeks, where prior to that, she wasn't even getting leads, right? She wasn't even getting leads for months prior to that, after a big fancy rebrand. So this is something you can do with, even if you have self-built a website, even if you feel like you don't have a lot of stuff going on, you can do this. You can do this with the tools that we're giving you, right? So this is all great stuff. I also want to talk about Courtney Rose. She took some time off in her business to focus on growing her family, having a child and all these different things. And she came back and it's like, man, I only have like 3 galleries I'm willing to share. Like, is this going to work for me? Long story short, she joined the program, and within about 6 weeks, she made over $17,000 in sales. And that also came from her finally selling full service planning. Prior to that, a lot of the people who came to her were coming to her for wedding management, her lowest service. But now people were finally coming to her for full service planning. She had the opportunity to design and everything, and she was able to make all of that within a short period of time. After 3 months, we reached out to her, and she had made over 45K in sales, right? In just 3 months after implementing the changes that we're going to be talking about in the PWP Sprint. And not just talking about, but walking through with you. Like I said, you get implementation sessions, you get all that. Now, if you're one of the first 5 people to sign up, so don't wait too long, don't wait to the deadline, don't wait till the timer hits 0. But if you're one of the first people to sign up, you actually get, in addition to the 2 group implementation sessions, you get 2 one-on-one implementation sessions with me. That is valued at over $1,000. Our one-on-one coaching slots are $600 a slot, right? For just one-on-one 45-minute sessions. So you're getting those great bonuses included if you are one of the 5 fast action takers. So go ahead, grab your slot right now, and like I said, you should be able to pay either the entire investment or at least your first deposit just off of PayPal credit alone, right? So the link to sign up for that is below, and you should get approved really briefly. This is one of those things, it's a no-brainer. It is literally a no-brainer. It's going to move your business forward. We have testimonial on testimonial on testimonial, not only of how people made the money back within a matter of weeks, but how it continued to serve them months after, right? Like some of the people that we've talked about now had their first 6-figure years in business, had their first 70K years in business after continuing to use what they learned in that short period for months and months after. This is a no-brainer. I want to see you join us, okay? And like I said, it's a limited time to join us. This is not like our other programs that are evergreen, which go all year long. It's only going to be right now. If you have any questions, more information on how to contact us is below. And I can't wait to see you. Like, this is going to be so much fun, getting you spruced up, getting you ready on time for the upcoming season, right? On time is not a month before wedding season. We got to prepare now to get you ready and to get those bookings, especially if you want those higher priced full service planning bookings. All right. So I can't wait to see you on the inside. I'm so excited to have you there, and I'm so excited about this. All right. I'll chat with any questions you have, but otherwise I think we've talked a lot here. There's a lot here on the page, and I just can't wait to see you get started and can't wait to work with you on this. All right. Cheers. And we will catch you in there soon. Can't wait to get started in session number 1 and all that good stuff with you right there live and direct with us. All right. Cheers. And I'll catch you soon.